Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. The crypto market is finally doing nothing again. Whatever. There is something going on in the space, and something is maybe brewing. I don't exactly know, but we're gonna take a look at it. And I got some two people who are diehard into the Nakamoto space. Nakamoto Games, you probably heard about it, and we want to know some more about it, of course, right? Because the crypto market was doing pretty well, but pretty well and making more than a 7x is kind of a difference. And we want to know where that's coming from. What do they have planned and why? This is pretty interesting. So ask your questions in the chat bar. Welcome to the Fomo Factory, by the way. And if you watch this on the Fomotion channel, welcome to the Fomotion channel. My name is Menno, therefore I have Heineken because it's Dutch. Nice to meet me. Let's dive right into it. First of all, Bitcoin is basically still doing nothing. It broke out of this downtrend and it tested it as support, now going up, tested this as resistance. So it might be that we are stuck in a range between let's say 25.2 and 18. That's a little too bearish. 21.6, give or take, right? So it might be a little boring, the coming weeks, but eventually we will break to the up or the downside. So if you're a bull, if you're a bear, one of you is getting pleased. So we have to wait a little bit on that. The DXY though, we don't really want to see this go up. Yeah, what can I say? It's going up. So I think someone in the Telegram group said as well, like, oh shit, this is looking bullish. I think and I hope that it will get a rejection right here. We got that bull market support band and we got this big area of resistance. So if this gets rejected right here and it comes down, might be a little bullish for crypto, but we'll have to take a look. So before we gonna talk to Nakamoto Games, let some more people come in, join the live stream. And if you want me to later maybe check out some altcoins or whatever, or have some questions, drop them down below. But for now, yeah, this is what the market does, right? The altcoin market as well, it's still going down overall. Although the last, few weeks, maybe even months, it looked like it was going up. Yeah, it didn't look like it was going up, but overall, we are still in a downward trend, right? So the bull market is still not here, but that's great because we have time to prepare now, right? In a bull market, then yeah, you are already kind of too late if you haven't prepared. So and Hendrik says, so you think that $21,000 Bitcoin is likely? Yeah, I don't know. Likely. It's well. Let me put it like this: it's not unlikely. I can definitely see that happen, but I'm also at a point that I won't be surprised if it doesn't happen. Any news on Delysium? Yeah, I will be having an interview with Delysium next week. They are going to release on the Bybit Launchpad. So not Bybit, just Bybit, but the Bybit Launchpad. Great news, gonna get listed on the Epic Game Store. Well, I talked about it a lot. And next week we can ask our questions to the team members themselves. CDFI, however, one of my favorite projects, is really looking interesting because I just dropped this video and I'm not going to go over it all. But what they basically say right here is, okay, we are going to release projects again 3 times a month minimum. A lot of AI projects, low cap projects, and that really pumped the S fund price. And it came down again. So here I was, ordering my Lambo, and 4 hours later I had to cancel it. Like, I don't know what they want from me, but nah, it's like it had a pretty decent pump, and now it comes down a little bit, of course. But it's pretty cool to see that people already, anticipate a lot with an announcement of something, that they are going to do later. Let alone that if it really, is going to happen. So I'm pretty curious to see how CDFI is going to play out as well. So that's pretty interesting to see. I honestly, before I'm gonna ask or answer your questions, we have two guests in the waiting row, and I would like to invite them in because what we have seen lately in crypto is that the market was doing okay. Bitcoin was doing okay. If you look at this, it was going up, but not that much, right? The Bitcoin dominance also went up. So that kind of means that Bitcoin was still outperforming altcoins. So overall, it was better not to be in altcoins. Kind of depends on what altcoin you're in. I mean, if you look at this thing right here, it made a 7.5x. Nakamoto Games, pretty low cap project, but it's also a project that really it went through the bear market and it's still here. And I always say, a bear market rally or whatever you want to call this is kind of a snippet of what you maybe can expect in a bull market. But apart from the price, what's so interesting about the project itself? What is it in the first place for the people that don't know? So I'd like to welcome you guys. I hope you can all hear
Hey,
me.
Hey man.
I can hear you.
How are you
Yep.
doing?
I'm doing fine. Not here in Thailand. How are you
Yeah,
guys?
great. Nice weather there, right?
Yeah, very hot all day, all year, man. It's the best place to come for vacation.
I
Yeah, for
am
sure.
jealous. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
me
yeah.
too. We are both in the cold and rainy Netherlands, so
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, okay, dude. Nakamoto Games. First, who are you specifically? Because pretty big disclaimer: you are not team members, but you are very
No,
close to the team. Can you explain a little bit?
you go first,
you can go
Slayer.
first. Yes, yes.
Okay. So, hi guys, I'm Crypto Doy. I am a document writer for the team, and I am not part of the team, by the way, even though I'm the doc writer. I am just another investor who is very interested in the project, and really want to help out the team. So I took the initiative and start all the docs communication for the team, as well as writing all the stuff as a content creator as well. But no, I am not employed, just
Yeah,
for a disclaimer. So anything that I say does not mean that it's coming from the team.
I understand. It's not official, but you do have a lot of information as you, of course, get all the updates.
Yes. And also I'm the alpha tester, one of the alpha tester for Nakamoto Games. So I actually got a lot more information than the average user.
It's pretty interesting. You're still welcome here, so that's cool. and, and and you are from the Netherlands as well. What do you do for Nakamoto Games, or what makes you interested in it? What role do you play?
Yeah, so I'm in the ecosystem since the start, since they launched their mainnet. I'm mostly a gamer, so I like playing the games. I'm also in the testers group, but I think the most important is that I started creating content for Nakamoto Games. Nakamoto Games. That's also why I started my own channel. Also got a YouTube channel and active on Twitter. Um, and I all did it because of Nakamoto Games. And I'm just like Doi. I got a lot of information, what's going on behind the scenes because we have some good contacts with team members. So that's me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice to see some people from the community being so involved with the project. Makes me also think like, why do you do that? You must have a lot of faith in the project, right? Because you are going to show us some games as well. Um, what makes the project so interesting? I'm just asking the questions. I know something about it, of course, but I'd like to ask it like I know nothing really about what's so interesting about the project. What makes it different?
The one thing that I feel like the Nakamoto Games excels at, whereas the play to earn, the Web3 gaming platform, other ones are missing, is that Nakamoto Games actually care about the gamers in terms of like why do people want to play games? Like, okay, obviously, if you're into the play to earn, right, you want to play games and earn money. But then what usually happens is that once you play the game to a certain point, the reward starts dropping down in terms of pricing because uh when you play the game, the money has to come from somewhere, right? So usually it's the protocol that is paying out the cash. But then once the cash is out, then the protocol is dead. However, for Nakamoto games, the system is completely different in a way that you're basically playing the game against other opponents, and what you're doing is you're taking the token from the other person, not from the protocol. So that means that it's not play to earn that you will win all the time, but if you win, you gain the money. To put it simply.
Yes.
It's not the
So
typical Pansinomics, yeah.
Yeah, so how, and there's more involved because there's also a metaverse, and you have to see it like this. Before you enter a game, you need to use an item. So for a race game, you need oil, and for a sport game, you need a ticket. So you put that ticket in the prize pool, and you play versus 8 others, and based on your score, you get NAKA back. But in the metaverse, you can mine raw minerals, and with those raw minerals, you can create those items. And to maintain your land and your factory, you need workers. So there are a ton of ways to make money and make profits from Nakamoto Games. It's not only the games, but it is a whole ecosystem and everything is working together around the games. So um, what they're planning to release this week, you can see it on your screen, Aquad Emporium. It's basically an NFT, and there is one NFT per game. And if you buy that NFT, you get 3% commission over every game that's played for that particular game. So I think what's special about Nakamoto Games is that you can earn money not only by gaming, but there are like a ton of other ways how you can get involved in the project and how you can join the ecosystem.
I think that's really interesting because like you said as well, like a lot of projects, they give you money for playing, and at a certain point you don't know where the money is coming from, and that's these typical Ponzi-nomics, and then the project dies. The money here comes from keeping the project actually alive and being involved in the project. So that's pretty cool to hear. And how many games are released on Nakamoto right now? Do you know?
I
Yes,
think
they got
it's
100. Oh, you want to?
160, 160, 160. Yeah,
How many?
one
That's a
six
lot.
zero. Yeah,
Whoa, that's really a lot. That's really a lot. Awesome. And I would love you showing me some games right here as well. Um, but first, like for the people interested in such an ecosystem, what are the plans to expand in the future? Like we just had a, I mean, it's still crypto, right? And we had a big bear market. A lot of projects, they kind of gave up. Nakamoto didn't. So they must have a lot of motivation behind it and big future plans, I guess. Can you tell me
Yes.
something about those plans?
So I want to say one point, and that's the mobile app.
yeah,
The mobile app is very close to release, and I think when the mobile app goes live, it's a game changer. And
Yeah.
Nakamoto Games is able to onboard a lot of new players, especially the players in the third world countries. Like the Philippines and people that don't have money to buy a good computer, because that's the case right now. Right now, you need a good computer. So I think when the mobile app goes live, it's a game changer for Nakamoto Games. That's the thing I'm the most hyped about this year. You
yeah.
wanna say something?
Yeah, coming from a third country myself. I am from Thailand, by the way. I am also from a third country. And one thing I noticed is that the market penetration for mobile apps for mobile phones in Thailand is huge. People are playing game all the time. And for a Web3 gaming platform such as Nakamoto Games, where they have over 160 games already functional, and by using those games and penetrate the mobile markets, it's going to be a large market where people will start to play more games and then learn about Web3, and also may also onboard the protocol as well, while at the same time earning some money. And I'm telling you, the amount of money you can earn from Nakamoto Games per day is actually equal to the minimum wage of the country.
Then
And I'm
that's
talking about
definitely
around
worth
like
it.
that's basically only like $10 per day by just playing the game. If you know how to the process works, $10 is minimum that you will gain from playing games on Nakamoto Games.
That's
Yes.
quite a lot, especially in those countries, of course.
Yeah, we can't imagine it ourselves because we're from the Netherlands, and yeah, money is not worth a lot. But in those countries, $10 is basically food for the
It's
whole
a
day
it's
for
a
your whole
day's work.
family.
It's a day's
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plus, I mean, if the project later becomes really big, then your $10 is a lot more than $10 as well, of course.
definitely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but mobile, I think that's great because yeah, to be honest, if I want to play some games, I'm not a gamer myself really, but I like to play some games. But I just grab my phone instead of my computer, so I can really understand that such a mobile app will gather a lot more people for the project. When do you know, give or take, when that's going to get released?
I think the team is mentioned at the end of Q2, but then, like I said, it's not like it's gonna come at end of Q2. It may be later, which it really depends on, okay, if the app is like doesn't have any bugs and is actually fully functional, and if the App Store approves of it or not. But then, yeah, the team has mentioned before that they are trying to push to get it by the end of Q2, which is around June, July of this year.
Yeah, and if it gets delayed, I mean, you want to do them the stuff what they should do correctly and not fast. So it doesn't even matter if it's a month later or whatever. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I want a good mobile app rather than a rushed one. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you have one chance for first impression. Of course, you want to do it the right way. Of course, yeah. Also, for the people in here that feels, I mean, there are people in the community that like gaming. There are also people in the community that maybe don't really like gaming, but like making money with gaming projects. So I want to discuss a price a little bit. I know you cannot give any predictions or anything, of course. I'm not going to ask you about that stuff, but I want to dive a little bit into that. But what are the best games yeah, in your opinion? Can you maybe show me some games? I don't know. Can you share me your screen and show me what they have been doing so far?
Yes, sure. Yeah. So, Doi, which game do you advise to play?
Let's go for Sky Racer for
You want to
one.
go for Sky Racer? Let's do it, Sky
Yeah.
Racer. I'm going to share my screen right now.
Are these, by the way, all because there are a lot of games? I cannot expect 160 AAA games. Are these? Is their brand to make like the smaller and simple and addictive games, or is it also on the plans to make, uh, well, not Halo type of stuff, but AAA, big stuff? Do you know about the type of games?
Now, right now, they're all simple and indeed addictive. And I think it's on their vision to also make triple A quality games. But I don't think we will see that this year. But they got an SDK kit. And if you don't know what an SDK kit is, so other game studios can go on the SDK kit and release their game. And I think for triple A quality games, we need gaming studios to connect to Nakamoto Games. That's not happened yet, but they are preparing that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe partnership with Gala or anything.
No, I don't think Gala, but basically it's the same what Gala is doing. On
Yeah.
Gala is
Yeah.
also onboarding different studios. So I don't
Mhm.
think a partnership with Gala, but it's a partner type like Gala. Uh,
Yeah.
so just want before I start the game, I wanted to show the metaverse.
Yeah, that sounds quite interesting what you said about the metaverse. Yeah.
Yes. So let me go to here. So this is version 1 of the metaverse, and this is my land. This is woodland, and on the woodland I can put a factory, and with that I can yeah, mine different kind of resources. So I can mine iron, wood, etc. And from the wood I can create the tickets that I need for the in-game items, for example.
Oh,
So
yeah.
right now this is a version 1, and technically the metaverse is working, but they are also busy with a version 2 of the metaverse, and that is actually like GTA, like an open world style where you can walk and socialize with other community members, etc. But at least
Awesome.
this is what's working right now, and this is called Nakaverse.
Cool.
Um, and in the meantime, I'm going to start Sky Racer. This is one of the games.
One thing I want to mention is that most of the games that Nakamoto Games are implementing are like arcade games, are mobile type games. which is like literally the target market for like their vision where they want to go towards the mobile application style. So as you can see, most of the 160 games are mobile games that you would play on mobile.
Yeah, but that's perfect because if they're gonna release the app, you can implement these games right away through the app, of course. So it won't take any delay or
Definitely.
anything, of course. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. And these, in my opinion, these smaller games are the most addictive games there are. I played more Angry Birds than Halo myself, at least. So yeah,
But this is one of the good ones, I think.
okay.
It's pretty good in graphic as well, and the gameplay is pretty nice.
And it's all browser based. So in a browser, you cannot expect to play Call of Duty Warzone.
No, yeah, that's true.
So this is like a Mario Kart version on a plane.
Getting shot
Yeah, now
there.
that you say it.
It's like a Mario Kart flying game indeed, and there are plans to make this multiplayer as well. I'm waiting for the multiplayer version.
Well, you're gonna kick ass because I would fly right into that rock.
I got the shield. And so I think for this right now, I think this is enough. So I will quit this game because now you can just see a bit about the quality from the game and it's running smooth. I think it's looking great for a browser game.
Yeah.
But
And
because
if you
a lot
win
of
this,
more
you win
games.
also. And if you win that game, that you can actually get Nakamoto tokens.
No, that's not right. Because we
Yeah.
got multiple kind of games. So we got the play to earn games. So that's the Wagger system. We got free to play games, so people can practice. Because if you're waggering your NAKA or risking your NAKA, you want to be good in the game. So there's also a free to play mode. So that was something I was just playing. We also got a lot of tournaments and events going on. I'm not sure what was the last one. This was a NAKA Strike, like a shooter game tournament. And last week we also had a NAKA Runner tournament. You can see me, I was second.
Nice. Someone asks when NAKAverse version 2.
When NAKA
Oh.
versus 2. Do you
Yeah, I
want to
see
say something
someone
about that,
ask.
Lloyd?
Well, definitely. I'm not sure on what day, but probably not gonna be like anytime soon because obviously a project like GTA, like project like that, is gonna take a while
Yeah.
to develop. So no promises.
No, but that's good. Let them build. And in the meantime, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on already.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that the Nakaverse has is that it's actually a very good source of income if you know what to do. Like for me, for example, I am making around $60 per day just by mining, farming, and playing games using the Nakaverse resources.
You make $60 every single day
Yeah.
with by playing games.
No, okay, so it's basically you
Or
need to own a land,
by,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, you need
by
to own a
being
land
involved in
and
the ecosystem. Yeah.
yeah, by being involved in this ecosystem, I spent around, I don't know, initial of around $10,000, I think. And then I'm getting $60 per day from playing the games. So basically I am gonna break even within like, I don't know, how was it? So 30 times 1,000. I'm gonna break even in around 6 to 8 months. And then after that, it's just about using the money, using the resources and playing games and earn
And
$60
how
for
much
the next
time
3 years.
how much time do you spend every day on average?
Around 1 hour, I think.
An hour.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. I mean, if you say that the minimum income over there is like $10 and you make 6 times as much with playing and well, you had preparation, of course, but 1 hour a day.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad. And these games look pretty cool. I mean, it's indeed simplistic, but it looks, oh yeah, like I said, it looks addictive, like something you want to keep on playing as well. I think that's the most important part of these games.
That's 100% right. So the last one I'm going to show is NAKA Runner. So here you can
Yeah.
see what I just meant. So I got 18 tickets. They are worth $1 each. And these are the tickets you can craft in the NAKAverse.
Okay.
So unfortunately, right now there are no players. But here's a lobby. So you can go into the lobby. And you can press play. And now the game is going to run. And after the game, you can see the scores. That's something I'll also show later. This was one of the first games at the platform. It's like Temple Run.
Yeah. Now that you say.
And this one is one of the most addictive games that's around here.
Imagine playing on mobile phone. You'll play this like all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's pretty.
I
Yeah.
can continue for like another 15 minutes, but don't want to
Oh,
do that to the stream.
is there like I mean playing the games you have to know how the game works and you'll figure it out, but there, like you said, is a complete ecosystem around Nakamoto. Is there some explanation to be found somewhere? Is there a guide on how to get started for the people that don't know and want to get involved in the project? Because I think there are a lot of people that feel like, oh, this looks very awesome, and if you can make a little money with it as well, or a lot of money depending where you live, then why not, right?
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, you want to
Doi
go.
got a
You want to
very
start with
nice.
the docs, the
Yeah.
docs.nakamoto.games. You could go to that one.
So can you put a
You
link
want
in
to?
the chat, Doi?
Let me check real quick. This one right here.
I now get the hype around Nakamoto Games because there is a big hype going on over there, and I see a lot of people talking about it. But now I hear you talk about it, full of passion, see these games into action. I feel like, yeah, I kind of understand why that's the case, because there is a lot, and there is a lot to look out for already.
Yes, and something good to know as well is they got more than 100 people working for Nakamoto Games. So it's a huge company as well. So it's not like, okay, like a startup. It's a startup, obviously, but it's not like there's like 5 developers and there's a CEO, but it's like a full stack team with.
That was one of my next questions already. Like, how
Okay,
big
okay.
is the team? Because they are building like they have a lot of team members, but they do have.
Yeah,
Wow,
more than
nice. And
100. That's right, Doi. It's more than 100 at the moment.
It's. I think I heard. Last I heard from them, he said was around 150.
150. Oh, okay, even more.
Yep.
how does the project itself generates its revenue? By the way, how can they it's surviving this bear market so far. How do they do that? They need money for that, right? What's their source of income and
Good question.
everything?
Yeah, so that was one of the questions I thought of as well when I first researched about Nakamoto Games. And obviously, one of the main funding is from the private sales, right? The token private sales through the launch pads and stuff like that. But they also have the land sales as well, and also like the NFT sales. But then the question remains, okay, so after all these sales, how are they going to make money? Obviously they need to have a source of income just to make the game, the protocol have enough fundings for the devs, right? So what they do is they utilize the market the gamings that in that I think it was around 7% of the game, the NAKA fees that goes into the game went into the dev fees. So basically the dev also gains some money whenever someone plays the game, as well as in the future, like when people start to trade the resources, the raw materials to make the game items, they're gonna also get the commission from whenever people start selling NFTs as well. So that's their main source of income. Where once the number of players go up, the commission that they get from every games played, as well as the commission from the marketplace, will be more than enough to to fund the protocol forward.
But that's the future, Doi. But how did they survive the bear market? I think that was the question. And You know this
The,
better than me, Doi, but they did fundraising, or can you?
they did okay. So basically, a private sales token, right? They made at least around $5 million from private
Yeah,
sales alone,
Yeah, yeah.
and
yeah.
they also did had the land sales, which I think they got around almost $1 million from that as well. And one thing that I want to say is that the dev fees in Thailand, because the team is based in Thailand, right? The dev fee is very very cheap comparing to the rest of the world. Like I said, the minimum wage here is around $10 per day, and the dev fee usually takes around I don't know $1,500 to $2,000 per month.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, no, but it's good to know, like, when a project releases, and how do we know that it can sustain for a year or two or whatever? But it sounds very logical. Like, okay, I wouldn't be that worried. Like, okay, they can run for another couple of years, from what I hear.
Yep.
Yeah, they can run to at least 2 to 3 years until the bear market stops. And when the bull starts coming
Oh,
back, then they're gonna be rocking money.
yeah, 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 yeah. How many users does Nakamoto Games has right now?
From the previous statistics, I think they mentioned that they have around 500,000 registered user and around 150 active users every single day on the platform.
Every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
150 active and 500,000 registered. So people that created an account.
Hmm.
That's quite a lot. Well, that's also good because that also keeps the project alive, of course. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And what, like, I think you both have a different answer to this question, but what makes you most bullish on this project? What makes you so excited about this project? Why Nakamoto?
You wanna go
What's
Because
first?
they
there
have
to
it.
look? Yeah, sorry. What's there to look for, or what do you like that's there already?
You want to go first, Doi, or?
You go first.
I can go first. Yeah, so for me, because they have it all, they have a great community, and a community is keeping you hooked to the project. So the community is great. They got a very strong team, a very friendly team. They're really listening to feedback and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously they're building a platform, and it is not perfect yet. I'm not gonna say, okay, right now Nakamoto Games has the perfect GameFi uh, platform, but they're building, and I like the potential in the project. So I think the potential. That's why I am into Nakamoto Games, for the
Hmm.
potential. Yeah.
For, mhm. For me, I feel like I mean, like for me, I have a lot more information than the average user, and in a way that I do see the future of gaming as Nakamoto Games, because the one thing that Nakamoto Games has that other doesn't have is a whole ecosystem of, a way for players to earn, a way for investors to earn, a way for people to arbitrage. They have it all. I mean, every single thing
Yeah.
that you would imagine that that a project would have in terms of gaming, Nakamoto Games has it all. I have done a lot of threads on the game potential, as well as why Nakamoto Games will really flourish in the market, because in the future gaming will be revolutionized by the blockchain, right? And people will start to earn more regarding to
Yeah.
finding games, but then to find a protocol that actually will sustain themselves and has an earning potential for both investors and gamers alike. It's only Nakamoto Games.
Hmm. I really have to say I agree completely with you both, with those underlying thoughts on it. Someone asks, I don't know if I quite understand it, but in which ecosystem does Naka operate? I think it means which blockchain, which I
I
think
think.
is Magic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that Polygon.
And are there any plans for institutional adoption? That's a very big question.
One thing that I have heard from the team, which is already on the news, is that they are going up with Thai universities to have the Thai gaming devs come in and create games for them. So basically, obviously, they're not just doing games from just themselves, but they're actually onboarding new independent game developers, especially the kids from the universities, to come create games for them.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, if that's going to be implemented, then you don't know what's coming to you. It might be pretty big, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Because the one thing I want to mention is that gaming, in terms of Thailand by itself, is a very huge market, and people want to create games to earn money, but they don't have a platform to. And Nakamoto Games is actually the perfect platform to do that because obviously they have the SDK kit. People can just plug in the game, and then people can earn from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone else asked also, like, okay, we're gonna dive a little more into the tokenomics as well, because people feel like it's still a crypto project. I want to invest. I want to make 100x, buy a Lambo, get out of here. The more I hear you talk about it, the more I start to believe like maybe you never want to sell your Nakamoto tokens, because it's something that really has a bright future. But someone asks, is the NAKA token vested for a certain period? So what's the vesting schedule around Nakamoto games?
The private sales vesting is already all out, so no, right now there is no
Oh,
more circulating out, except for when they have like new plans of tournaments or any new plans where they need to have liquidity. But then, as far as I know, there is no more circulating as for the time being.
oh,
Yeah, there's
that's
a
nice.
team vesting, right? But they mentioned that's
Yeah,
not going to open for at least another 2 years. So it won't open
around
for,
2 years.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
So
I
two
see this
years.
info on CoinGecko. I don't know if that's correct. This is 64 million is now in circulation. I don't know if that's
Check
correct. CoinGecko,
the CoinMarketCap one. That's the more correct one.
CoinMarketCap is usually more accurate, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
take a look at that. But overall, this is definitely not. Oh, yeah. 72 out of the 180. Okay, and that's mostly for staking, rewards, I guess, that kind of stuff.
No plans of liquidity injection is in out right now. So right now there is nothing else but the advisors and the teams token, which is still vested for 2 more years. But until then, I
Oh,
don't think we will see any more in circulation for a while.
no. 2 years is a long time. By that time, the market is already looking totally different, probably. So that's not that big of a deal, of course. Someone else says I bought NAKA at $5.
About the top.
Yeah, that could happen. Of course, nobody can predict what crypto is going to do, but overall, no. I just want to say, like, this is not coming from anybody, not from a team. No, nothing about that. But what's your personal expectation? Not even a prediction, but what price wise? What's your personal expectation? What do you hope for? What do you think is realistic? Is it comparable to another project that maybe Falcon Forged or Gala, or something like that, which are way more high cap, of course? Can Nakamoto reach
Mhm.
something like that in your opinion?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Why not? Because they are basically providing every single thing and even more to similar to their competitors such as the Falcon Forge and Color Games. It's just a matter of people needing to know about it. So basically, it's still a micro cap. It's still a gem. People don't really know about it yet.
And
No,
personally, I'm not selling below 5.
I'm not selling below 10.
Okay, I'm not
10
selling
at
below.
10 at 10
you go with
we're
50
talking
now.
about around like 1 billion market cap, which is still small.
No, it's totally understandable. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't want to compare. Like, in your opinion, is it comparable? A little bit like Nakamoto is Nakamoto. It's not really comparable. But is it comparable a little bit to anything else? If you have to pick something,
PYR, that Vulcan Forge and Gala Games are pretty much the best competitor in terms of like the what they're doing and
yeah,
the things that they're providing as well.
yeah. Yeah, and then if you look, I mean, PYR is sitting at 90 million, and that's basically the lowest, right? Let alone
Yeah.
where it was. It was sitting at an $800 million market cap. Now, if you look at Nakamoto Games sitting at a $17 million market cap, who knows what the next bull run is going to do? I mean, I agree on what you said, that crypto gaming I think it's going to be a very big narrative in the next bull run, as it's better, it's easier, it's no more Ponzi-nomics, but actually play and also earn a little bit, and not really playing to earn money. It has to be fun indeed. A lot more adoption. So the sky's the limit, in my opinion, as well. So yeah, for the one that said I bought at 5, just wait for 6, and it's gonna be okay, I guess.
You're a profit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Is like I had such a great question in mind. I totally forgot it. What is what's the longer term roadmap? A little bit like we have the Nakaverse 2, of course, version 2.
Hmm.
That's something
Yeah.
for the longer term, of course. Is there something that we really should look out for? Like, okay, I want to get my tokens now because now it's still possible, because then and then they are going to do this and that, and then it's too late.
Mobile app, obviously.
Yeah,
So Nakaverse version 2, the mobile app. Um,
As
yeah,
far
that's
as I know
already
right
here.
now, as far as I know right now, the Nakaverse 2 is going to be the main one that they're focusing on. As right now, they're actually developing avatars, which they co-op with like the other blockchains such as Reef Chain as well as Doge Chain. They're
Yeah.
developing avatars for those as well. So yeah,
Oh,
they're
cool.
they're really going into the interoperability where they're really trying to focus on adopting having the adoption from the chain blockchain users, other blockchain users as well.
yeah.
Do you know how they are going to reach more users? Are there any specific plans for that, or not? Maybe even users, but investors. How they is there an approach for that?
Obviously, in terms of the user, mobile app is going to be the way because obviously mobile apps is going to open up the opportunity for like a lot of users that they don't use the computers, they don't know about blockchain, what they know about is if this game is or can earn money or not. But then once they got the gist of it, they will start learning about it. That's for sure for the users in terms of mobile app and penetration. As for the investors, they will come. And when the number of active users grow, the investors will come by itself.
That's the mindset. That's the beautiful mindset I wanted to hear. Yeah, exactly. You just have a good product, and the investors will come. Exactly. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you want. I think you indeed want people just play games, not maybe even knowing that it's actually a blockchain project, but just because the game is good. Of course. Yeah. It's now. It's listed, by the way, for the people that want to buy the token itself, because even if you are not into gaming, the investment sounds pretty great, especially for the long term. And like I said in the beginning, like if it does, Nakamoto did really something exceptional right here, because a lot of projects did a 2x, 3x. This did a 7x. Fuck the rest. Like that's kind of insane. So, and like I said, this is, in my opinion, a kind of a preview or a snippet what it could do in the next bull run, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I'm really hyped about this. And you can get it on some exchanges. Do you guys know if there are plans for more of that in the future?
Yeah, I think the team has mentioned that they are planning to do more exchange once like the mobile app starts running, as well as when like the bull market starts to come back, because
Yeah.
they really need to have like the traction to come in and like make sure that people are knowing about it first.
Yeah. It's all about timing in this market as well. I think that's professional approach, indeed.
Yes, but they're not calling any names. Obviously, we all want Binance, but they're not
Yeah.
calling any
Don't say
names. But
it.
You said it. No. I'm not asking for names as well. Just in general, like, are there plans to expand it in the future so it's easier to get your hands on the token? But from
Yeah,
what I understand, in the future, when the time is right, the answer will probably be yes.
yes, yeah.
definitely.
Awesome. Where do you recommend to buy it, by the way, for the people that I think QuickSwap or anything?
I use
For
KuCoin.
now,
Oh,
KuCoin.
yeah,
KuCoin has the highest
Yeah.
liquidity, so you don't
yeah,
won't have much problem buying.
yeah. Yeah, I think everybody has a KuCoin account as well, of course. So I see someone ask a question. I don't know if you can see the questions on screen.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Can you play the games offline? I don't
I
think
don't think
so,
so. I
because
don't think
it's a
so.
browser. Yeah, you need to connect to the
Yeah.
website. So no, you cannot play offline for sure.
Oh, no. So you do have to be online. Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
understandable, of course. I'm pretty hyped. Now that I got you on the show, sorry for asking everything that comes into my mind, but I just do. Is there like any cool, juicy inside information you can give? If it's a no, it's also good, but I just ask anyway. Is there something we must know about this, or something that's really like I don't know? Think about it.
Ooh, a hard one.
Something really cool. Um, Slayer, you got any idea?
No. I think
Yeah.
we
I
covered
mean,
everything,
I got
right?
something, but I can't say it because
Then
I
Oh,
mean,
don't say it.
honestly, yeah.
Then don't
But I
say it.
got
Just
something.
message me later and I will tweet it.
yeah.
No, just kidding. No. I think it's very good to just be a part of the community. Where's the community the tightest? Is that the Telegram, Discord, Twitter? What's the most
Right.
fun and best place?
Communication is on in Telegram,
Yeah,
but I think Nakamoto Games have a big army at the Twitter as well, shouting very hard on Twitter about Nakamoto Games. So that's really cool.
yeah.
But we're all communicating in Telegram. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Is there any plan, by the way, to get an own community platform on the Nakamoto Games platform? Like, I mean,
Ooh.
maybe some kind
Hmm.
of a chat room right there or anything like that, that you just don't need Telegram anymore. You don't need Discord. It's just Nakamoto Games, the place where you want to go.
Would be
I mean,
cool.
that's a
Yeah.
pretty good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I don't know
Nakamoto
if the
Games is
team.
watching right now, so
Yeah, Nakamoto Games, take it.
take some notes. Yeah.
Yeah. I see someone else asked, by the way, to round it up. One of the last things, but I don't understand the question. I think, hey, all NAKA, which sector token? Do you guys know what that
GameFi,
means?
Mm.
GameFi token, play to earn tokens.
Oh,
Which
GameFi.
sector? Yeah, okay, yeah. GameFi Metaverse, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
blockchain is a Polygon, Matic. Maybe that's also what he's meaning.
Matic
Yeah,
blockchain,
Matic.
indeed. Yeah, perfect for gaming. So I think it's very wise. Oh yeah, I had one last question, by the way, which I do think is really important. Like, there are a lot of team members, like you said, 100, 150, something like that. I get that there are a couple or a handful of leading team members. What's their experience, if you know, when it comes to crypto, and what's the experience when it comes to gaming? How much can we rely on what they know and what their experience is?
This one is for Doi.
Okay. The CEO himself, Goto, he's actually a gamer himself. He plays a lot of games that I know of because he actually showed me his gaming, not a game, but like the mobile app, the mobile phone web page, and it's all games. And then in terms of experience himself, he's actually a Solidity developer. So
Oh,
he does a lot of developing before Nakamoto Games. Before he actually has a software house where he actually you know gets other Solidity done for for his customers. But I think when the time is right, he start his own project called Nakamoto Games.
that's cool. Okay, so he has the experience in both of them. Yeah. Awesome. I think I know it all. I don't know if there are people that have any questions. You can ask them now. But is there anything else we really should know? Still, sorry, one more question. What happened right here? What was this? Was this the announcement of the mobile app or something? Or was it because a
No,
7x pump? It's not random. It's what happened right there. You know something
com-
that I don't.
completely overbought, I think. Oversold, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because Nakamoto, they did so many cool stuff during the bear market, and a lot of people were on the sidelines. They wanted to buy Naka, but the market keeps crashing. And I think the market turned a bit green, and like everybody was like, "Okay, now I have to buy." But nothing really happened, right, Toy? nothing really
It's just
special.
like undervalued. It's way undervalued for a very long time. And
Yeah,
then when people
Yeah.
start realizing, okay, how much potential this project can be, that's when boom, it starts going up and up and up.
Yeah. It had a $3 million market cap. It now has 17. Did people miss out? Or is it
A
still
lot.
a good time?
Well, right now it's actually a pretty good time. Well, no financial advice, nothing. But then, like I said, there's a lot coming up next. The adoption is really looking forward in terms of, for the mobile apps as well. And Nakaverse itself, with the V2 one, is actually going to uh, wow a lot of us. Like, it's going to be big.
Yeah. From what I understand, if I hear you guys talk about it, then I feel like, okay, this is definitely something to look out for, especially because, like I said, it survived this whole bear market. The team decided to keep on working, and it doesn't matter. They're passionate, they have a vision, and hard work pays off. And the people that believe in the project that pays off for them as well. And there is still a lot to look out for, from what I hear. So I want to thank you guys. I'm very hyped about it.
nice. Good
Yes,
to
we
hear.
are too.
Are
Yeah.
there any last words from you? Doesn't have to.
What is your prediction? If you're watching the charts, what is your prediction? What it can do?
Mine, or are you
Yes,
asking
yours.
him?
Oh, yours.
Yours, yeah,
As
yours.
technical analysts guy.
Yeah, 100x
Short
from
term.
here, straight to the moon. No, look, it doesn't look. I mean, I say this about every project. The project that I have most money in, the project that I have less money in, it doesn't matter. I think that in the shorter term, crypto will go down a little bit, but
Mhm.
it's only because, especially with, I mean, it just did a 7.5x.
Mhm.
It's good that if it comes down, and maybe it doesn't even, maybe this is the new floor right here. I won't be surprised if it comes down a little bit, but I would be happy because that's a point for me. Well, I will step in way more heavy, and I think that goes for a lot of people. And in the longer term, that's why we had this conversation. We know what to expect when it comes to development, when it comes to adoption. So we this doesn't matter anymore, right? I mean, if you look at it like this chart, then yeah, if you buy
Yeah.
here or here, I mean, you have to zoom in even to see that I'm moving my mouse, right?
Yeah.
So I hope it comes down so I can get more. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I mean, then it just gets what it deserves. And it's, I mean, this project is indeed, in my opinion, a lot undervalued. If I hear what you are all doing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I hope everybody thinks the same way.
I share the same opinion indeed. Yeah.
I
Awesome,
don't want to go
awesome.
bearish on this because I know that a lot of people are going to call me out. But then, like I said, I feel like the 0.24 is actually a pretty good support. Anything below that is going to be a like
Yeah.
a catch. You got to really have it. But then like around 0.24 is the good position to get in short term if you're looking to get in.
Yeah, but I agree, and that's not being bearish about the project. If you love the project, you want to get as much tokens as possible, right? So therefore, it's maybe
Hmm.
even better to get a low price. So I mean, if this is the range for the last couple of weeks, it's now at the
Mhm.
lower side of the range. I rather buy it right now than I've bought it like 2 weeks ago. So these are opportunities. It showed us what it can do. Now we can, get into at a point that feels good for us, and when the time is really there, then we'll see what the final result is going to be. So but I don't want to make it too much about the price, of course, because the project is most important. But for the people that, I
Hmm.
mean, it still is crypto, so yeah, there is money to be made. Simple. Yeah. So
Cool,
guys,
cool.
thank you. What about maybe in when the mobile app comes out, we do an update.
That's cool.
Sure,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Awesome. Great. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. If you want to follow Nakamoto Games, then I'll make sure to leave all the links in the description. Be there, and I will keep my eyes closed on it, and I hope to talk to you very soon about it again.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right.
Great.
Take care.
You
Take
too. Have a
care.
nice day, man. Bye bye. Guys, Nakamoto Games. I like I said, I knew about the project, but when you hear people talk about the project that are way closer to it, then I don't know. I get this feeling in my stomach like I'm a 12-year-old that's in love, and that's what I'm feeling right now. So I'm super bullish on the project. From what I hear, there are a lot of good plans. Yeah, I really love it. For the rest, there is nothing to go over. With this last hour, the crypto market didn't do shit. Bitcoin is now. Oh wait, Bitcoin did shit. It went down. Well, great. With that being said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I hope you look. I'm here every day, and I hope I help you a little bit by making you aware that although crypto can go up or it could go down, you turn off your emotions and have your plan ready. Have your favorite altcoins, have good altcoins like the one we just discussed, have them on your radar. You don't, and that was my mistake in the last bear market and even the bear market before that. I was jumping into projects because I felt like, okay, this is a good project, so I have to get it now. But no matter the project, you do not buy a, well, same case for Bitcoin in this case, right? From the bottom, it pumped 63%. We got this green candle over here because people were buying here. But why you buy so close to the top, right? We have to adjust our strategy. And that's what I'm going to put the focus on the next coming weeks. We do have time. The crypto market can go up, it can come down. We have time. Time is eventually running out, but for now, it doesn't. So, timing is most important. In my opinion, it's more important than finding the right coins, right? Because if you have your timing right, you can invest in Nakamoto and make a 10x. You can invest in Gala and make maybe a 3x. But at the end of the day, you make money, right? But if you find the best projects out there and you still have the worst timing ever, then you still lose money. So it doesn't really matter. So I hope we can all stay a little safe in the crypto market. Very quick now to talk about crypto games. Once I really have to of course, this really right here. No cap, no. Mostly you say about the low cap projects. So I do honestly see the high reward in this, but I don't really see. I have heard nothing that makes me think like, okay, but this is high risk as well. They went through the deepest of the bear market, and it could get a little worse maybe for a while. I don't see this project giving up just like that. So this is definitely on my radar. Cedify, I have definitely on my radar, of course, because they release the good projects, right? They in the bull market, like I said, they make 100x's, 2, 3, 4, 500x's, and I'm not over exaggerating, definitely not, because if you can actually look it up. There's a site cryptorank.io. And if you go to ICO, you go to Launchpads, and you go to Cedify, for example. And here you can see the projects with the highest all-time high ROI. Look when these projects got released. October, August, November, December, September 2021. That was at the highest of the bull market, right? 700x, 185x, 170x, 109x. Multiple X's, and like not even a handful or two hands, but 10 hands full, happened monthly. These times are coming again. Is it going to happen this year? Is it going to happen next year? I don't know. I can tell you that I'm not going to make any promises because I can't look in the future, but the chance that this is going to happen again seems pretty high to me, and I am betting a lot of money on that. And now that the crypto market overall is doing a little bit better, if we zoom out and take things in perspective, like I just did with Nakamoto Games, for example, we look at it like this. We all know where we came from, and we all know where we are right now. So a 7x is nice, right? But what if we can go for a 70x? We have to have a little more patience, but we can do this. So that's my preaching for today. I don't know if you have any questions left, because if not, thanks. I want to get some dinner. I'm hungry as fuck. But let me take a look. It will do like Axie Infinity, 20 cents to $200. It would be really insane if Nakamoto can pull that off. I personally feel like Nakamoto deserves it more than a project like Axie Infinity. But who am I to tell that, right? Is that's 100x from here. Is that impossible? No, it's definitely not. So we're going to see if that's going to happen. And yeah, Nakamoto Games. Thanks for watching. But timing and a quality project, yeah, that's the recipe for making it in crypto. Well, we got Nakamoto for the perfect project, and hopefully you think that you got my channel for the timing. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Fomo Factory is where I'm at every single day. I'm also streaming on Fomotion. I'm less active there, so yeah, I would say like the video, take that like button, smack it a couple of times, take the subscribe button and the bell notification, smack it a couple of times as well. And I don't know what you mean with how big is your Corey, but I'm not gonna answer that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.